want to formulate expressions of opinion and assertion? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we are to discuss Lesson 3, Opinion or Assertion from our Pivot for a Learner's Material, Quarter 2, English, Grade 10. I know that you are all excited to learn new things today, and I am your subject teacher, Dr. Jan-Ann-Rey V. Consignado. I hope you have your notebook, paper, pen, and of course, our very own Pivot for a Learner's Material, Quarter 2, English, Grade 10. Our learning objective: formulate expressions of opinion and assertion. Now, let us discuss the meaning of opinion and assertion. What is the meaning of opinion? What is the meaning of assertion? According to Merriam-Webster, when we say opinion, yes, this is a noun. It means a view, judgment, or appraisal formed in the mind about a particular matter. Another meaning, approval or esteem. Second, a belief stronger than impression and less strong than positive knowledge. Another one, a generally held view. And the third meaning, a formal expression of judgment or advice by an expert. And the formal expression of the legal reasons and principles upon which a legal decision is based. How about assertion? According to Merriam-Webster, so assertion is a noun, and this is the act of asserting or something that is asserted, such as insistent and positive affirming, maintaining or defending. Number one, a declaration that something is the case. As individuals, we are entitled to our own views about different things and events happening around us. That's normal. These views usually vary depending on how much we know about these things and how they may affect us. This lesson deeply explores the differences between an opinion and an assertion, as well as how and why they are usually written. As you journey through this lesson, you are expected to formulate expressions of opinion and assertion. Now, let us examine the editorial cartoon. Okay? Once again, let us examine the editorial cartoon. So that's the cartoon, the editorial cartoon. Okay? What are your thoughts about the message conveyed by the given illustration? Are these messages examples of opinion or assertion? Once again, this is the picture. What can you say about the illustration? What are your thoughts about the message conveyed by the given illustration? Are these messages examples of opinion or assertion? Now, learning task 1. Underline the term that best completes the meaning of each sentence. Choose from the options provided inside the parentheses. Number 1, an expression of strong belief towards a particular topic is called a or an fact, opinion, or assertion. I will repeat. An expression of strong belief towards a particular topic is called blank. Go ahead. Kindly underline the term. Thank you. Next, it is best to formulate literary assertions before, while, after reading a literary work. I will repeat. It is best to formulate literary assertions before, while, after reading a literary work. Number 3, a or an, fact, opinion, or assertion is any view or judgment drawn from facts. I will repeat. Number 3, a or an, fact, opinion, assertion is any view or judgment drawn from facts. That's number 3. Number 4, a type of literary assertion that directly expresses beliefs or opinions about something is known as basic, empathic, or I language assertion. I'll repeat. A type of literary assertion that directly expresses beliefs or opinions about something is known as basic, emphatic, or I language assertion. Go ahead. Number 5, a or an, fact, opinion, or assertion is written to convey the writer's ideas or feelings towards a certain work of literature. I'll repeat number 5. A or an, fact, opinion, or assertion is written to convey the writer's ideas or feelings towards a certain work of literature. Now, let us discuss opinion or assertion. When we read or view different materials, it is but a common reaction to have something to say about what we have read or watched. These reactions usually focus either on the material as a whole or on specific details that form part of the material. Sometimes, it can also be about how we perceive, understand, and value whatever we got from reading or viewing a given material. And the most common reactions we can have can be an opinion or an assertion. These two concepts often cause confusion among students because different references viewed them in a number of different ways. Technically, an opinion is defined as a view, judgment, or appraisal drawn from facts. It is usually a concept or impression based on factual evidence. I would like to highlight factual evidence. Okay? Opinions can change often and usually reflect one person. For example, the sentence, the Philippines is one of the best tourism destinations in the planet, may be considered an opinion, which may be drawn from facts and data showing the number of tourists coming in and out of the country on a specific period as compared to the records of other countries' opinions. How about assertion? An assertion, on the other hand, is a declaration or expression for strong belief towards a particular topic, often without evidence. I would like to highlight often without evidence. It usually includes forceful or confident and positive statement regarding a belief or a fact. That is an assertion. In contrast to an opinion, an assertion which is usually subjective, again, usually subjective, expresses vindication mostly with no support or evidences. Again, no support or evidences. For example, the sentence, the Philippines is the happiest country in the world, is an assertion because It is subjective and not founded on factual evidences. Another example is on what linguists call as commonplace assertions or stereotypes. Okay? What do you mean by this? These are statements that sound true but are generally based on common opinions, stereotypes. Okay? This form of assertion usually includes claims like those that say men are always stronger than women. That is stereotyping. You are saying that men are always stronger than women. Stereotyping. Okay? In order to easily recognize opinion or commonplace assertion in writing, one might observe the use of the following words and phrases that signal or which are usually employed in making these kinds of judgment. Okay, so we have our hints, we have our cues and signals. Okay, what are these? I believe, in my opinion, without question, it could be said that I am sure that, I feel that, must, never, always or all, cannot, best, worst. Okay? So these terminologies, these phrases are very significant. Okay? I will be repeating this in order to easily recognize opinion or commonplace assertion in writing. One might observe the use of those words and phrases. Okay? In English, an assertion is usually formulated after activities like exploring reading materials such as stories, poems, or viewing a play. Assertions are usually written in order for a writer to convey his or her ideas or feelings towards a particular work of literature and convince or influence the readers to taking and agreeing with his or her ideas or views. When one intends to write assertions in literature, it is imperative to, first and foremost, fully understand the particular literary work where assertions will be based. This way, the writer may be able to identify which parts he or she supports and which parts he or she is against. A writer who is planning to come up with assertions may also find collecting evidences from other writers a helpful thing. On a larger context, assertion may be used in both formal and informal writing and is usually categorized into various types. The most common types include the following. We have basic assertion, emphatic assertion, and I language assertion. Let us discuss the meanings of these assertions. When we say basic assertion, this is a type of assertion that directly expresses the writer's feelings and beliefs through simple statements. This type is usually used in standing up for personal beliefs. Again, basic assertion is a statement used to express the writer's feelings, beliefs, and opinions directly. This type of assertion is usually used in writing formal papers like thesis and dissertation. Example: the Philippines has an advanced civilization before the colonization of Spain. Form and branches of government, social structure, and the existence of ancient writing are some of the evidence that proves the advancement of the pre-colonial period. That is basic assertion. Now, the explanation for this first sentence is considered as the basic assertion. The second sentence contains evidence that supports the assertion. Okay? I will repeat. The first sentence is considered the basic assertion, and the second sentence contains evidence that supports the assertion. Like this. The first sentence, that is the basic assertion. Then the second sentence, you have your evidence. Okay? How about number two? Okay? The second kind of assertion. This is emphatic assertion. It involves expressing empathy and expounding on how the writer understands the feelings and emotions of the literary author. This type may be used in both formal and informal writing. From the word empathy, okay? When we say empathic assertion, this is a statement used to express empathy or on how a person understands the feelings and emotions of a literary author. This can be used on writing a formal or informal paper. It is usually composed of two parts. What are these? So the first part is the statement that recognizes the situation or even the feelings of the characters on the text being read. Okay? And the second statement where the writer states his stand about the situation. Let me give you an example. Emphatic assertion. I know that the Philippines, before pre-Spaniard colonization, has their system of writing called the baybayin. This alone proves that the Filipinos are literate, as opposed to the Spaniards' claim. So the explanation. The first part recognizes the situation based on the text being read. The second part contains the writer's stand on the situation presented. Okay? I will repeat. The first part has to do with the situation. Okay? Next, the second part has to do with the writer's stand on the situation presented. How about the third kind of assertion? That is I language assertion. I language assertion expresses the feelings and preferences of the writer. This type is called I language because the writer usually uses the pronoun I in asserting disagreement. This type is often used in writing reviews, reaction, or reflection papers. I language assertion. This is a statement used to express the feeling and preference of the writer. It is called I language because it focuses on the writer and is using the pronoun I. This type of assertion is recommended if the author wants to express negative feelings and opinion. This is best used in writing a review or reflection paper. I language assertion. Actually, I language assertion is composed of three parts. The first part contains the accurate information from literary work, especially the topic the writer disagrees with. Okay? When you. Next is the second part. Okay? The second part includes the effect or feeling of the writer towards the topic. It affects, I feel. Okay? And the third part, the last part includes the preference or recommendation of the writer. Therefore, I prefer, I want. These are the three parts of I language assertion. The first part has to do with the accurate information. Second part, the effect or feeling of the writer. And the last part, the preference or recommendation. Let me give you an example. Upon reading that the ancient Filipino civilization is divided into three social classes, namely the Maharlika, Timawa, and Alipin, I feel proud because of the civilization, social advancement, and at the same time sad because of the promulgation of social differentiation. With this finding, I want to do further research on the existence of these social classes stigma. And the explanation for this, the example given is divided into three parts. Okay, we have the feelings and preference of the writer. A deeper study of opinion and assertion, as well as closely related concepts, may require spending a lot of time and research. For this lesson, it is important that you learn how to distinguish the two concepts from a lot of information that you may encounter. In this technological age, where any information can be easily accessed anytime, it is essential to know which ones you should believe right away and which ones you should research further. Okay? Likewise, as you explore more lessons that require you to write using the English language, it is a must that you learn how to properly come up with the common expressions of your opinions or assertions. Learning task 2. Look for English newspapers you have at home. Choose any article which you think contains examples of opinions and assertions. Cut your chosen article out and paste it in your notebook. Then, using the template provided below, sort out the examples of opinions and assertions that you have seen. And if you have a way to connect to the internet, you may capture the needed article via online news. Title of the article: Opinions, Assertions. Once again, this is the template. Title of the article. First column has to do with the opinions, and the second has to do with the assertions. Learning task 3. For this task, you will watch or recall a program on TV. If you have a way to connect to the internet, you may also watch through online news channels. Then, look for a segment which you think presents opinions and assertions. Use the table below to present your observations. That's the template. What was the program about? First column, opinions cited. Second column, assertions cited. Okay? What was the program about? Opinions cited, assertions cited. Learning task 4. What do you think of the government's decision to revive GMRC and Values Education subjects in the country's basic education system? Read about this issue using old newspapers that may have reported about it or through online sources if available. Then, formulate 3 examples of opinion and 3 examples of assertion about the said topic. Learning task 5. Write a short essay about any familiar topic or issue you have in mind. Make sure to formulate opinions and assertions which you will include in your writing. Your output should be not less than 300 words and must be neatly written in your notebook. If you find it difficult to decide on the topic, you may consider drawing inspiration from President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's fifth State of the Nation address, which you read during the first quarter. Last question. Why is it important to distinguish concepts about fact, opinion, and assertion? I will repeat. Why is it important to distinguish concepts about fact, opinion, and assertion? My references. Pivot for a Learner's Material Quarter 2 English Grade 10. And our Merriam-Webster and this website. Do you have questions? Kindly use our comment section. Go ahead. It is my pleasure to entertain all the questions. Thank you. And please like our video. Handang isip, handa bukas. Sama-sama sa pagsulong ng edukalidad. I am Miss Jan-Ann-Rey V. Consignado, and please subscribe to my channel because next week I will be uploading again our lesson. Thank you, stay safe, healthy, and happy. Enjoy!